Hey everybody, this is Nigel, and in this video I'm gonna jump straight into this great training I've put together to teach you as a teacher how you can build for yourself a very self-sustained business as a tutor. I've named the program the 10K Teacher Formula. Why 10K? I want to show you exactly how to get your first 10 clients that can actually result in $10,000 or more. Your first 10 clients is all you need to start making a consistent $10,000 each month. Now, you heard me say earlier, I make over $14,000 each month. That's because I have been doing this consistently for a longer period. But I wanted to work with you for the next 60 days and show you exactly how you can start making $10,000 a month. I remember when I signed my very first teaching contract, I was making a little over $48,000 a year. And here I am now, a little over 12 years later, where I am making $14,000 each and every month. Still teaching, but not in a public school setting, not in a private school setting, not in a high end school setting, but in a simple tutoring center where I work with just a limited number of students each and every week. So let's get a basic overview on my approach to how you can do this each and every week for yourself too. All right. Now I wanted to start off by saying start with some small steps. You're not going to start with 40 students. You're not going to start with $100,000. No. Take small steps, but think big. And your small action taken develop what we call momentum. And your momentum develops the solution you wanted. So what's my method? Number one, I want to talk a bit about the media that you choose. A lot of people have been making a lot of emphasis on social media, internet, online marketing, online solution. Everyone named themselves an online guru, etc. But I'm going to say this. In order for you to understand the media you need to use, it's imperative that you drill down on the segment of the market you want to attract. You want it to be able to communicate with and you want to connect with. So where do I use my ideal client's strategy? Now, if I'm targeting teens and I'm targeting kids or teenage or young adults, I would use social media hands down. Not every parent is on the internet all the time. Not every parent is on Facebook, but every parent would go to the supermarket. So if I run a series of ads on the backside of supermarket receipts, it gives me a particular amount of students I can see by saying clearly, bring your child out to a free 1 week math class. Not every parent would take their child to the library, but the ideal client that I target, they visit the library. So in the library checkout area, I would be able to make communication. Also, they go to the hair salon. Some of the guys and the fathers go to the barbershops. In the barbershops have bulletin boards. Some of them are Christians, some of them are Muslims, some of them are Hindu. They go to different faith places, and there's a bulletin board or a message board where I can leave some information about a free SAT crash course I'm doing, etc. In nursing homes, that's a very big gold mine. A lot of people think nursing homes when they're thinking about old retired people. I can tell you one of my biggest audience is nursing home staff. Those are people who make significant sums of money. Why I know that? I spent 3 years working in a nursing home. I didn't work as a GNA, as a CNA. I worked as a social worker. And because I know that, I know there is a big pot over there. Today, more than 7 of my parents work in nursing homes as nurses, one as a physical therapist. But I'm saying that to say you got to know where they are. So if you, over there you can get some information in the message board, or you can drop off free lunch or a free basket that goes out once a month or once every other month. It takes your message right into that place. Dentist office, very, very big for my audience. Orthodont, orthodontal, ortho, are very, very big on the teen market because they target teens with their pretty smile and straightening their teeth and putting in retainers, etc. So in the orthodontics office, I have a little um, thing with my brochures, and people can pick it up there and they can get a free session from that particular client location. It gives me a chance to measure what works and what doesn't work. I also use yard signs. Those are the vinyl signs on the that you see out at the traffic light, at junction points, etc. Not in every state it is allowed. In fact, in my state, it's called directionals. We can only do them Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday morning, they ought not be there. And you can't put them on certain roads. So that becomes a little puzzle in itself. But it's worked significant for me. Last summer, I used that to attract over 40 students. And each of those students paid me $4.99. So you do the math. Another thing I would do with my parents is that I give discounts to parents who would put a magnet on their car. And that has to be a parent who's a part of some soccer team or who dropped their child to piano lessons or to karate, etc. And some of these other places I can drop off a couple flyers. Now, all of these that I told you are completely offline marketing and they do not cost a lot of money. Now, why that is key, it's because it's telling you what are some of the things you can do in the offline space. If we were talking about online, I can tell you some things you can do online because I also have colleagues who do only online work. Here I'm telling you things you can do to build an offline practice that gives you 10 to 25 students each and every week, giving you in excess of $7,000 to $10,000 each and every month. Now, every one of these places that I've just mentioned are places that between January and December, people go and people frequent. So their consistency with messaging is key. That takes me to number 2, your message. You need to be very, very clear in what you communicate and who you communicate to. Now, when we're talking messaging, you want it to speak to their pain. You want it to speak relief and you want it to identify their pain. If you are doing a reading program, you say reading help. Beginning reader program. 6-week intense reading boot camp. In this way, you're speaking intensely to a particular audience who are looking for something. They're looking for relief for a pain. You show your uniqueness and then you show your benefit. Reading help. 1 week free with your sign up. Clear? Reading help. 1 week free. Free diagnostic tests. $35 value or $175 value. You can show your benefits. They'll call you for the program. Intense reading program. Intense math 8-week camp. Free SAT 1-day crash course. Those are things you can do. You're speaking there, you're communicating very clear. It's free. You don't have to have a problem. It's for the SAT. It's a crash course. 4 hours, experienced tutor, experienced teacher. So those are ways you can convey a very, very unique, clear message to your audience. And these are messages you can use in multiple locations. After you understand your message, then it gives you a chance to drill down on your target. I normally call it your avatar. Who is my ideal avatar? I have a type A and a type B avatar, or what I call my type 1 and my 2 ideal client. Now, who is my ideal client? My ideal client is a parent who is 45 years or older. She has 3 kids. She's engaged in PTA. She helps with homework. And she has a job where she works 40 hours a week. My type 2 client is a single mom. She has 1 or 2 students who are in middle or high school. children between the ages of 13 and 15. They might be the only child, they might be one or two children. She work a job where she has long hours. She can be a LPN, a nurse. She can work at a bank. She can work at some middle level place. But the primary thing is she has long hours that forces her to have limited time with her child who is experiencing what we call grade slipping. When a child is experiencing grade slipping, the parent is in panic mode. There you come in to relieve that struggle, to relieve that pain, and you show yourself and your credibility based on who you are, what you can do, and how you can create for them the next thing, affordable solutions. Now, pricing in tutoring is elastic. Down the street from where I am has a tutoring center that charges $85 per hour. It's very high end, it's very upscale, they have a very big name. They market themselves with only tutors with masters and PhD. So they call themselves master tutoring. I am not going in that direction. I'm not ultra high end. I came into a marketplace that I wanted to create a one-on-one tutoring practice at a mid-level. So when I entered the market, I entered at $40. Today I'm at $50 per hour. I did not start selling hours. I sell programs. When you sell programs, your sign up is your contracts are longer. The average client sign up with me, it's the average $1,500 spending. So if I have 10 students at $1,500, it's $15,000 on contracts I have at any given time. Now you can do the same. It just takes 10 students. So I'll show you exactly what your messaging need to communicate and how you can do that. The next thing is your solutions. Once you can communicate, you can develop the right solution. And your solutions need to be long term and mid term.